At Proctor Public Schools, we're more than just a district. We're a journey. Every day, our teachers, staff, and students work together, building knowledge, confidence, and character mile by mile. From our early learners to our graduates ready for the world ahead, we're fueling curiosity, connecting ideas, and driving innovation, all while keeping our eyes on the horizon. Because here in Proctor, we don't just ride the rails, we are the rails, educating, engaging, and inspiring the next generation to go full steam ahead.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Rail Yard. Ted Keevan along with the one, the only, the new guy on the mic, Kyle Gustafson. We're here for tonight's matchup featuring the 2-2 Spartans from Superior High School and our very own 4-1 Proctor Rails. Good evening, sir, and welcome to Rails TV.
Thank you, thank you.
It's good to have you. It's going to be awesome to have you bringing the side that I don't have, right? I mean, I know all the kids. I've been watching them just as long as you have, but you've got more hands-on coaching, being part of that piece from little to up. So can't wait to have that part become part of what we have going on. Real quick, want to thank our sponsors and our students that we have working with us tonight. First off, on our sponsor side, we have the Reed Foundation, the Rails Endowment for Academic, Art, and Athletic Development, Irving Community Club, Calling for Kids, Tamarack Building Supplies up on Highway 53 in Hermantown, Heritage Window and Door, Superior, Wisconsin, Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, Stream Dudes for all your streaming needs, streamdudes.com, Great Lakes Office Solutions, the Robin Barb Shaler Charitable Foundation, and the Magic Golf Course. Audiology Concepts with 6 locations, Duluth, Grand Rapids, Forest Lake, Cambridge, Edina, and Burnsville. And our 2 home sponsors, Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop Main Street Proctor and Troy Service Center Main Street Proctor as well. On our student side, we have our director-producer is Carter Rango. On our camera, Ada Arpke. And doing the scoreboard tonight, the one, the only, Madison Nunn. So thank you to those folks for being here. Let's talk a little bit about these keys to the game tonight. Had an opportunity to talk to Coach Mack, coached here with these Rails and with Coach Solberg and now over at Superior. I had an opportunity to have a chat with her, and those keys went like this. Team defense, getting this young crew because they've lost a lot of seniors last year, and having that excitement to get these young kids, seeing that varsity side, but getting that team defense and not at that individual player defense.
Correct. If you don't have good team defense with younger players, it's gonna not be very pretty. So.
And then on the other side, keep going there. Limit those turnovers. Coming in against a team like Proctor that's very aggressive, has been since Coach Solberg has taken over, where, he's allowing his players that, if they see an opportunity for that steal, they see an opportunity to take that ball out of the opposing team's hand, they're going to do it.
Correct. And with, Proctor playing defense, they're going to be up, in their grill constantly. So they have to definitely take care of the ball.
And then that big piece, that limit Proctor's transition and defend that three-point line. We're probably one of the teams in the area that takes a whole lot of threes. We have a coaching staff that allows this team to take those threes, knowing that they're going to hit a high percentage if they're on, but still letting them take those shots even when they're off, because typically we're not.
Right. So, we kind of, live and die by the three a little bit too much for my liking, but, the transition is where Proctor can get going, and it's, if they get rolling, it's not going to be pretty for them, so.
Yeah, absolutely. And then on the Proctor side, I always love trying to get information from Coach Solberg because he gives me the most cliche, generic, and I get it. I understand it. But pressure their guards, consistent. He used a really big word that we don't need basketball to hear. It's not a bad word. It's just consistently. You just go out there and be a pounding pest and make sure that they're there. Run their players off with the three-point stripe and challenge them to drive with their left hand. And again, young crew. Not all these kids can, quality go to their left.
Yeah, I mean, they need to prove it. They need to, show what they're made of and limit these Superior girls.
Absolutely. And then just talked about that quality shot selection. He talked about that a lot last year, making sure that we have those quality shots and that, we're not giving up that easy board by, taking something that's just not in our wheelhouse.
Right.
So there are your keys to the game. Right now we're going to get ready to turn it over to in-house PA, Mr. Fleisch, as he will get us started this evening. We do have our starters, but he's going to give us our starters, our anthem, and our creed, and then we will get rocking and rolling as this should be a good test as the Rails come off a big win Saturday against Minnehaha. Right? Minnehaha.
Yes.
Yes. I for some reason, Saturday, I kept saying, well, you were here. You were the one I was talking to. And I just could not, for some reason, get anything to go out of my pocket. So we're going to turn it over to in-house PA, Fleisch, and we will go from there. We'll be back right after this.
High school girls basketball game that features the Spartans from Superior Senior High School against your Proctor Rails. Before we meet the starters for tonight's contest, we ask at this time that everyone would please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats for the playing of tonight's national anthem. This time, let's meet the starters for tonight's contest. And we'll start with the visitors from Superior High School. Starting in a guard, senior number 1, Ava Morado. Also in a guard, sophomore wearing number 4, Avery Johnson. Another guard, junior number 20, Jen Leopold. Also listed as a guard, sophomore number 21, Jenna Leask. And starting in a forward, junior wearing number 22, Ruby James. The Spartans are coached by Justine Matson. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Proctor Rails. Starting in a guard, a junior wearing at number 2, Ellie Pease. Another guard, also one of your captains, senior number 3, Chloe Carlson. Also one of your seniors, a guard wearing number 4, Lola Whitty. Also at guard, senior number 32, Anna Evans. And starting at forward, wearing number 33, junior Peyton Walker.
So there are your starters for the game tonight. Those starters are including for the Spartans is going to be Ava Morado, Avery Johnson, Jet Leopold, Jenna Lessick, and Ruby James on that side. On the other side, we're going for the Rails. We're going to have number 2, Ellie Pease, number 3, Chloe Carlson, number 4, Lola Whitty, and all the way down to 32, Anna Evans, and 33, Peyton Walker. Peyton Walker been getting a lot of action since as an 8th grader, as that kind of that fill-in, and now getting an opportunity to get those starts as she's, to me, and you tell me how you feel about it, to me, she's kind of not taken the place, but added and filled into the space of where Lily Smith was. That aggressive, not afraid to get dirty on the floor type of player.
Correct. The aggressiveness, the quickness out of her. I mean, when I first saw her actually play at this level, I was shocked by actually how fast she was. So using that to her advantage is.
Gotcha. So the Rails won the toss, gets out of bounds, and it'll now go to the white side, and throwing that in is going to be Murado. Murado looking for somewhere to go. Rails defending nice, now putting on a full court press here. Defensively, going to try to get up and over, and that's going to be taken, and the Rails going to drive that inside. Now just trying to figure out how to get a handle on it. Coming back the other way is going to be Lisick. Lisick drives left side, now jump stops, now look for somewhere to go, dumps it off. Going to come back to the top of the key is number 20, Leopold. Back off to Murado. Murado trying to move to the left, now does. That's one of those keys to the game that Coach talked about, trying to get those players to go to that left-hand drive. Going back to the top side, Murado. Murado throws to the far side, Johnson. Top of the key, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Now pushing back out. James goes down to the corner. That is intercepted by Carlson. Carlson's going to drive all the way down. Now going to come up around, hits that block, turns it inside, and up and in for Walker. So Walker with the first points of the game for the Rails and is on the board. You jump in at any time.
No, that was defense to offense. There we go.
Absolutely. So Murado, top of the key. Now moves to her right side. Going to give off there. Carlson there misses a step. Now going to come far, near side. That's Lisick into the corner as the number 22 for them, James, tried to get that to go but could not. Now down to the other side. Coming down.
Both teams, feeling each other out here right now and just kind of getting the lay of how the game's going to be called and aggressiveness they can get away with.
Lisick had a three, steps inside for the two, can't get it to fall. Trying to come up and under is going to be Leopold, but couldn't get that to fall. And the Rails down with the board. And here they come to the offensive side. Driving inside is Pease. Pease up off the glass, gets that one to fall.
Good job, Allie.
So Pease on the board for the Rails as well. And now bringing it up the floor is going to be Avery Johnson for the Spartans. This comes left side. Lisick tried to go inside, but looking for the streak. She was looking for Avery Johnson, the streak there, but nothing doing. Long pass up off the glass too hard, and down with the board. Down with the board is the Spartans, and that's going to go off the Rails and stay with the Spartans. And in is from Leopold. Now trying to push up is Lisick. I'm going to get it wrong.
You'll get it.
I've said it right most of the time. That one is in and out for Murado. And the Rails now going to go pick that up. And here we go, back to work. Peyton Walker, long pass.
Good pass ahead.
Pease up off the glass and gets that to fall for two. So the Rails currently on a 6-0 run. And the Spartans will try, and we're going to have our first foul of the game, and that one is going to go against the Peyton Walker.
Here comes a trio of 8th graders.
So Jenna Went is into the game now, as well as Gormanson and who else?
Hadley Walker.
And Walker into the game. Now trying to drive up and around again. Big three attempt there by Leopold. Can't get it to fall. The Rails down with the board.
Keep pushing it, ladies. Let's go.
Carlson into the waiting hands of Walker. Walker can't hang on it, now loses it. And that'll be a turnover for the Rails as the ball never got up and in. Murado brings it up, drives the paint. Now going to have this taken away. There's a steal by Walker, and Walker for two.
Little assist to Chloe on there on that steal.
Like that. And we're going to get a second quick foul called on Walker.
Actually, I think it was on Reese.
Did it go on Reese?
Yeah, hand check.
Nope.
Oh, no.
They did put it on Walker.
They did put it on.
So Walker with two early, and that's a tough deal. Coach Solberg is looking for that to be as well the correcting on you. Who got that? 21. Jenna.
Jenna Lisick. Good rebound by Reese there. Gets fouled.
So Janelise, who got the 2-point bucket to put the Spartans on the board, and then goes straight down and draws her first foul underneath. And in there, for Reese. How am I saying Reese's last name?
Goranson.
I did say it right. Good, Goranson. I always called her Reese in class. I never called her Goranson. Goranson for the second attempt, and it hits them both.
And in comes Ruby Hassan.
And coming down the floor, that's going to bring it is number 4, Avery Johnson on the drive. Now trying to get something done is Leopold. Gives it back off to Murado. Murado going to drive the paint, now stops, gives it up, goes inside, and that's going to go off of Walker and out of bounds. That's Hadley Walker, not Peyton Walker.
Correct. I think that was a kickball, too.
It was. I love kickball. So Ruby James now in, and now Murado tries to get that up and does. Johnson drives the tip, now back to Murado, right corner. 7 seconds on the play clock. Back to the top of the key. This is going to go up and around as Ruby James tries to drive, can't get it to go, and down with it for the rails is Ruby Hassan. And that is going to be 2 points for Goranson off the block shot of Ruby Hassan. Spartans trying to drive around. Now gives off. Leopold drives around. Now trying to drive back inside is Lise. Now back off. And that one's going to go off. Morano's going to say that, oh, no, she's going to give it off. So it's going to be last touch by Morano. And that'll be over to the rails. So green ball.
They have not allowed Superior to get inside or cut much of anything, keeping them on the outside.
Carlson brings it up the floor for the rails. Now drives left block up off the glass, just too hard, and it floats, and that's going to go out of bounds as a couple of rails sat there and stared at it. It was Jenna Went and Carlson as they thought it might bounce back and in, and it does not. So trio out, the original 3 trio back in.
Ellie, Lola, Anna back in.
Long Island pass gets across the stripe as Lisick will go drive, and this one's going to go up off the iron there for Simiu. And down with it is Carlson. Carlson driving to the offensive side, goes left side. And now comes back as Whitty pushed it back. Oh, big hammer there. Nothing called, though. Drives inside, pushes it far right side, able to hang on to it as Peace. Peace drives into the hole, can't get it to go. Everything's kind of just a little too strong, and down with it is going to be number 2, Marley Milroy.
Good defense by Whitty. Turnover. Forcing turnovers.
So Peyton, gotta love turnovers, right? Peyton Walker back into the game as Chloe Carlson will take a break. Now Pease, top right side of the key. Gonna drive center. Gives this off to Evans. Evans now off to Whitty. Whitty drives inside. Oh, pardon me, that was not Whitty. Whitty gave it off to Walker, and Walker drives inside and gets the bucket.
Great cut.
Spartans will now try to go to work offensively. You can see these rails really putting on a defensive show and really not allowing the white jersey to have any space. They're going to call a jump ball there, and the possession arrow goes with the rails, so it'll be green ball. Walker inbounds to Hassan. Hassan now long pass. Went to go back the other way, but the rail's able to hang on to it as Pease gets in a battle. And I'm going to say Pease stepped on the end line, and it'll go back the other way on a turnover. Now driving up into the right there. Walker getting a hand in the way of that pass from Lisick. And Murado will inbound the ball for the Spartans. Inside. Toss pass to Simu. Simu stuck. Now goes back inside, and they're going to say a timeout was taken by Coach Mack on the Superior side. Timeout was called. We'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll hear from one of our sponsors. We'll be back right after this.
Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop. Proctor Pizza offers baked pizza, unbaked pizza, subs, tacos, wraps, salads, tater tots, nachos, burritos, and more. Proctor's local family business for over 35 years. Proctor Pizza offers brand new monthly specials, such as the taco pizza, bacon cheeseburger pizza, Hawaiian pizza, and more. Proctor Pizza.
And back here at the rail yard, Ted keep it along with the one, the only. What's your last name again? Gustafson. I knew that. 14-2 your score here. And somehow I've got 20-2. And I've been putting them in as they've been doing it. So I'm just saying. So turnover there by Superior.
It's a beta program, right?
And the rails, yeah, right. And inside, Whitty tries to get it to fall, can't get it to go. And down with the board is going to be Avery Johnson for Superior. She drives back the other way and looking for somewhere to go with it. And gives this off to Simu. Simu gets bumped, now comes to the top. Morano looking for somewhere to go, drives down to the right side. And now going to dump that off to Johnson again. That's a turnover by Evans. Evans going to drive coast to coast, up off the glass for two to get on the board for the first time tonight. And now Superior come back the other way. We're going to have a foursome come back in. We're going to have our three beginning rotation. Oh, and a offensive charge taken there as Walker sets the feet. And that foul is going to go against, what do they say, number 20? Leopold. So, oops. I got to have a student come do this. It'd be quicker.
The Rails leading 16-2. 10 minutes remaining.
I got 22-2. Big three-pointer attempt there by Gorstens for three. I'll have to go double check and see where I'm messed up to get those right. That's going to go down out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Spartans. As the one thing we haven't seen is is Coach Mack do much changing wise. A little bit here and there, but not the same way like Coach Schulberg would. Morano to inbound for the Spartans, looking for some help. Now gets it inside. Morano driving, looking for help. And this is number 20. That's Leopold. Leopold can't get it to ball. And the Rails will get it stuck in the corner and almost off the foot. Now comes
Job by Jenna.
Carlson gives it and going to give it right back as Carlson's going to get hit with the foul. What's your thoughts on that one?
I think she was moving to her side, but happened too quickly, Ken.
Absolutely. Our trainer, Evan DeWall, headed out, one of the best trainers in the area. So going to take a look at, I didn't see who hit the floor there. But you know what? Let's take a quick break. Let me finish talking. Let's take a quick break. Well, no, hold on a minute. She's going to get up, so we're going to get right back to action here. And that is number 20. That's Jet Leopold. that's up and holding that left arm that she came down on in that foul against Chloe. So
It's Chloe's first.
that'll be her first. Ball now in. Lisick tried to get it up and now does get back possession. Now going to turn her left. Now back to her left side. Now looking for help. Morado going to go top. Drives into the paint. And now here comes Simu. Simu going to give it off as well. This is a quick handoff from Lisick. Now trying to go inside. And Goranson getting the big hand in the way. And that's going to go all the way down. Carlson gets stuck. Pushes outside. Goranson for three. Can't get that to fall. Down and with it is Simu for the Spartans. Simu now dribbles down right side, goes behind the back, now going to give it off. Into the game is Hadley Alberg, and getting that to fall
Ruby
is
James.
number 2, Ruby. I got to get there. Ruby James for 2. Big shot there by Goranson. Can't get it to fall, but down with the big bucket was Hawson. But again on a miss, but another rebound, so going to drive into the corner. Walker now pushes it back. Went pushes it far side. Goranson for 2.
Good attack by Hadley there.
So Morado now going to give this off to James. James moves back, now dumps it inside to the waiting
Good hands,
Alberg.
good hands.
Here come the Rails again on another turnover by Goranson for 2 with the assist going to Carlson. And Morado will bring it up the floor again. Your score 23-4 here for the Rails. And that's a tough one as that's number 3.
Nope, they switched.
Oh, did they switch that one back? Okay, I'll have to go and see if I can figure out on this how to fix that.
So that was on Goranson, that first one.
That first one, okay. That's the one thing I'll have to figure out how to fix. So Superior now in. This is going to be given off to James. James goes inside on the block, can't get it to fall, but she will draw the foul, and she will go to the line and shoot 2.
I believe that's on Lola Whitty.
So Whitty with the foul, that'll be her first. So Ruby James hits the first of 2. And hits the second. And Carlson will bring it up the floor for the Rails. It goes left side. Coming up and around is Hawson. Hawson now going to give it off to Whitty. Whitty's going to go up, and she's going to draw the
Good
foul.
cut.
She's driving the
Pass.
line. So that one's going to go on Ruby James as well. That's her first. And Whitty at the line to shoot 2. And hits the first.
Friendly roll.
Take it every time, right? So Whitty on the board for the first time tonight. And hits the second one.
Good hands by Chloe.
Good steal there by Chloe, yep. Going to call a travel on the Rails, and there will be a turnover. This is weird because I got one right, but I got one that's almost double. It's crazy. Let's just call the game. Morado drives up over the half-court stripe, now left side, looking for help. Now moves to her left, drives towards the block. Going to go far right side in the waiting hands of Johnson. Johnson now going to come back up to get help, get a reset, and looking for that help. Morado there. Good ball pressure there by Hawson. Rails really putting on some good pressure into the corner. Simeon drives towards the block, can't get it to fall, and Hawson can't get the board, but Morano right there, put his back up off the iron, and go back the other way. So a couple good boards by Superior, and then the Rails go and get it. And a turnover by the Rails.
You know, the style of defense that the Rails are playing, they don't give them any cuts. You know, they're getting their body in the way. Someone beats them, they got a girl filling, taking that away. So it's very hard to play against. Especially when you don't have, experienced ball handlers.
Yeah, when you got a lot of sophomore here. Another steal there by Carlson up off the glass, just too hard on her board. And we're going to have the rip, we're going to say, before anything could happen. It's going to be a turnover, and that arrow is favoring the Spartans, so it'll be white ball.
Lucky that was a jump ball.
I need you. Simeon puts it into the corner. Morano back to the top, and big three-pointer attempt there taken by James. Can't get it to fall. Ooh, a little bit of traffic down there. They're going to call jump ball, and the arrow favors the Rails. 5:45 left here, first half, and the ball going to go the way of the Rails. Pease moves left, right, gives it off to Evans. Evans top of the key to Chloe Carlson. Guys hard inside. That's picked up by Goranson. Now she puts it back out to Evans. Evans for a nice little two-jumper.
Nice pass by Reese.
Good take there by Carlson. Carlson going to take it. Now steps back to the car, gives up that dribble. Kind of just throws it up like a shot put. Can't get it to fall. And here comes off the rebound. And we're going to have a foul called on Hawson. That'll be her first.
That was the old wily veteran, Ava, baiting her into that.
So go to the line is going to be Morado. Shooting a 1-and-1. And that one first goes in and out. There's a miss. Down with it is Pease. Pease looking to attack the offensive side and does. Moves left, moves right. Now going to dump it off to Carlson on the left side. Carlson coming back to the key, bouncing Morado back. Goranson, far right side to Pease. Pease looks inside, takes a step, can't get it to fall. And a little fight there. Morado going to pick up that board. Simeon drives towards, gives it off to the waiting hands of Johnson. Pardon me, that's James, I apologize. Now Johnson with the ball, left side, gives this off. This is the pickup. Morado looking for somewhere to go, now gives it off. 10 seconds on the shot clock, but there's a turnover, and Carlson going to go up and easy up off the glass for two. So 29-6 your score, as our score widget not updating as fast as we'd like. As the Superior comes around, Morado hits the stripe, now going to back out looking for help. Oh, had the big three, but Carlson was going to close quickly, and so she changed her mind and gives this off to Lisick. Lisick moves right side, gives it back to Morado. Morado looking for somewhere to go with it. Going to drive right side, goes under the hoop, pushes this off. This is Lisick for three, can't get that to fall. And into the hands of Carlson. Carlson, long, hard pass up to Hawson. Hawson for two. So good transition there. You know, Coach, Mac talked about limiting that transition and trying to keep that in check. And so nice job there.
They're, not as quick. Proctor really needs to exploit this. It's kind of been sloppy first half, I would say. So move the ball.
Big shot there by Hawson for 3.
Austin for 3.
So back in 34-6 your score. And, good save there by Carlson and pickup. As here comes Gorson, pushes it off. Pease back to Gorson. Gorson draws the foul as she gave a dribble before she went up. Takes that.
Little hot potato.
So that foul is going to go against Simeon of Superior, number 23. That'll be her first, team 7th. And Gorson hits the first. And coming back in as well as Jenna Went.
Jenna Went and Hadley.
Oh, and Hadley Walker in as well. And hits them both is Gorson. So bringing up the floor is Lisick. She's going to go left, now right, now back left, now going to go to the right. Gives it off to Murado. Coming up and around is Ruby James. Ruby James had the ball a lot here lately after a little bit of a slow start for the Spartans. Murado. Carlson defensively. Tried to go through. And Hawson was right there for a good attempt on a steal, but Murado able to hang on to that ball. But board coming up, off. Walker can't get it to fall.
So close.
And it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay. They're going to say it went off of Hawson. And go from there. What grade is Hawson in?
8th.
8th grader. Boy, I tell you what, she's another one that, as we talked about, Walker, being one of those, Peyton, being one of those, kind of fills for Lily Smith. Kind of another, I could see that a bit in Hawson as well. That gritty, dirty lunchbox, go to work kind of player.
Yes, her tenacity for, kind of mirroring that girl with the ball and just disrupting anything that she wants to do is what makes her go.
So miss there by the Spartans. Down with it is Went, and here comes Walker. Walker pushes outside. Hawson for 3, can't get it to fall, but right there is Walker for the board. Pushes it out to Carlson. Carlson back to Walker. Walker able to hang on and not get the dribble, go back inside the paint. Oh, that was nice. So just lost the handle. But here comes Gorson on the pickup. Can't get it to fall. Got the own board, padding those stats. And now going to look like she tried to get it to Chloe, but just not strong enough. And picking it up are the Spartans. Good job there by Chloe Carlson to get a hand in the way of the pass of Avery Johnson. But out of bounds. And so Murado will have the throw in for the Spartans.
Yeah, down on the other end, Reese was just fumbling the ball and didn't have a good possession of it.
Right.
Pass.
Far side. Simeon turns left, gives this off. This is to James. James for 3, can't get it to fall. And down with the board is Went. And a handful of foul there. That's going to go against number 21, Jenna Lisick. Leask. I do apologize to Jenna's family if they're watching. Apparently it's Leask, and I do apologize. Pease inbounds it to Walker. Walker to Evans. Evans to the corner for Goranson. Goranson's going to drive through the paint and try to back her player up, but couldn't do it. Good way to get a hand in there was Leask. See, I did it right that time. That one's going to go off the rails, and Leask there defensively, and they're going to get a toss in here with 35-9 left on the clock.
Back on the floor, you have Ellie Pease and Ann Evans.
Far right side, Murado. Murado going to come back towards the top and stops and freezes. She was looking for Simeon and nothing there, and they're going to say a jump ball as they're going to say that Walker had the hand cover. And that's going to stay the way of the Spartans.
23 on the clock.
play clock or shot clock and the game clock mirroring each other. Now into action. Moving right side is Leask. Down to the corner. This is Simu. Back to Leask. Leask going to try to drive to the top. Goes to the far left corner into the hands of Johnson. Johnson pushes it back outside. Leask to the top edge. 7 seconds on the clock. Light little floater. Can't get it to fall. And Went was going to go grab that and said, no, let me just let that go out of bounds. Stop that clock and we can reset something here with 2.7 on the clock. So 2.7 seconds. That's going to be a roller. Walker going to pick it up off the inbound. And just a little too late on the shot. And that is going to be your halftime score. Right now you sit 36-6 as we call it here at half. We're going to take a break, hear from all of our sponsors, and we'll be back right after this.
We want students to be creative thinkers. We want them to be innovators. We want them to be problem solvers. And we want to provide them the space and the ability to be able to create things and design things and manufacture opportunities within this community. And so Pathways allows them the space and the creativity to be able to really hone in on their strengths and their abilities to make a difference in the world.
When we talk about Proctor Pathways, we talk about building a culture. And this culture is all about providing those opportunities for our students to graduate with a plan instead of just planning to graduate, and to understand how what they're learning in their everyday classes applies to what they want to do after high school. We have business leaders from throughout our community reaching out to us, and as a result our students are getting opportunities to go and do internships, job shadows, and get their hands dirty in places that we didn't even think would be possible.
Students, we see them in the 9th grade. They may not be engaged in the traditional track. Then when you start finding the trades, such as culinary or welding, they're the hands-on kind of students, and we just see a transformation where now they're engaged in coming to school versus not coming to school before, being late to class, or actually being early to class and wanting to stay late.
There's so many different paths to choose from that it does keep them interested. One day they might be learning how to write a resume. The next day they're hearing from a speaker from an industry they never heard of.
We allow students to try as many different opportunities as possible. So we don't lock a student into a specific path or a specific pathway. We allow them to pick and choose different experiences because we believe that exposure is incredibly important.
You can do any different job shadows, you can go college tours, you can do pretty much anything that you probably wouldn't do anywhere else.
If you want to do a career that needs 4 years of college, awesome. We have support, we have resources, we will help you do those things. If you want to join a trade, we have resources, we have those connections and networking opportunities for you. And so it really helps all students figure out what they want to do and then prepare them for that.
Our community has really embraced the fact that what we offer here for our students is vital to the health of our society and our community. So we want to make sure that we're up to the challenge of making sure our students are ready. Those combinations and partnerships with our business community are helping equip us to be able to do that for our students.
I'm going to see if I can fix this.
You grill. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, our outstanding staff has something for every diner. Come out and visit us today or book your simulator time at nemagigolf.com.
Proctor's Reed Foundation was established to enable life-enriching academic, art, and athletic activities which cannot rely on traditional funding in the Proctor School District communities. Reed has provided grants for the Imagination Library, numerous sports teams, Rails TV, A Night to Shine, the Playground for Everybody, and most recently, Reed helped the Proctor Fire Department invest in life-saving handheld thermal devices. Visit rea3d.org to learn more about how you can support Reed and help your community.
Shop with experienced ASE certified technicians. We understand that getting your car fixed or buying new tires can be overwhelming. At Troy's, we handle every repair with accuracy and integrity and back it up with a 2-year, 24K nationwide warranty. From oil changes and tires to major repairs, Troy's Service Center is here for all your automotive needs. Honest advice to help maintain the life of your vehicle. Troy's Service Center, Proctor.
Can't hear the TV? Need to protect your hearing? Audiology Concepts connects patients to their lives again by offering ear cleanings, providing earplugs for protection in loud environments, and helping people get hearing aids. Audiology Concepts also offers a variety of hearing aids, hearing evaluations, verification of hearing aids, and hearing aid repairs. There are 7 different locations across Minnesota and Wisconsin. They are located in Burnsville, Forest Lake, Superior, Duluth, Grand Rapids, Edina, and Cambridge. Audiology Concepts, you'll love what you hear.
Wittes Trailer Sales in Esko is your leader for trailer sales, maintenance, and repair in the Northland. With brands such as Illuma, Look, Pace, and more, we have a trailer for every need. Don't forget, we also sell and install snowplows for all vehicle types. Searching for a Mahindra tractor? We have you covered with over 8 different models in stock and ready to tackle projects of all sizes. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esko, where customers become friends.
For years, Troy's Service Center has been the go-to auto repair shop in the Proctor community. Quality and efficient repairs make it more convenient to have your vehicle serviced. Troy's has always been for the community. That's why they have been favored by Proctorians alike. But don't just take our word for it. Check out the many reviews on their service. Troy's Service Center can ensure that your vehicle keeps your life driving forward for years to come. Repairing vehicles for 3.
At Proctor Public Schools, we're more than just a district. We're a journey. Every day, our teachers, staff, and students work together, building knowledge, confidence, and character mile by mile. From our early learners to our graduates ready for the world ahead, we're fueling curiosity, connecting ideas, and driving innovation, all while keeping our eyes on the horizon. Because here in Proctor, we don't just ride the rails, we are the rails, educating, engaging, and inspiring the next generation to go full steam ahead.
Proctor Pizza and Sub Shops. Proctor Pizza offers baked pizza, unbaked pizza, subs, tacos, wraps, salads, tater tots, nachos, burritos, and more. Proctor's local family business for over 35 years. Proctor Pizza offers brand new monthly specials, such as the taco pizza, bacon cheeseburger pizza, Hawaiian pizza, and more. Proctor Pizza.
At Proctor Public Schools, we're more than just a district. We're a journey.
We want students to be creative thinkers. We want them to be innovators. We want them to be problem solvers. And we want to provide them the space and the ability to be able to create things and design things and manufacture opportunities within this community. And so Pathways allows them the space and the creativity to be able to really hone in on their strengths and their abilities to make a difference in the world.
We talk about Proctor Pathways, we talk about building a culture. And this culture is all about providing those opportunities for our students to graduate with a plan instead of just planning to graduate, and to understand how what they're learning in their everyday classes applies to what they want to do after high school. We have business leaders from throughout our community reaching out to us, and as a result our students are getting opportunities to go and do internships, job shadows, and get their hands dirty in places that we didn't even think would be possible.
Students, we see them in the 9th grade, they may not be engaged in the traditional track. Then when you start finding the trades, such as culinary or welding, they're the hands-on kind of students, and we just see a transformation where now they're engaged in coming to school versus not coming to school before, being late to class, or actually being early to class and wanting to stay late.
There's so many different paths to choose from that it does keep them interested. One day they might be learning how to write a resume. The next day they're hearing from a speaker from an industry they never heard of.
We allow students to try as many different opportunities as possible. So we don't lock a student into a specific path or specific pathway. We allow them to pick and choose different experiences because we believe that exposure is incredibly important.
You can do any different job shadows, you can go college tours, you can do pretty much anything
bring us
that
back right
you
now.
probably wouldn't do anywhere else.
If you want
Just do
to do a
spacebar
career
up
that
to.
needs 4 years of college.
There you go. Welcome back to the Rail Yard. Ted Keevan along with Kyle Gustafson. 36-6 your score here. Start of the second half. Carlson with a big three to start things off.
They play off. Got to make them pay for that. And Chloe will do that.
Yes, she will. So your point leader in the first half for the Rails was Goranson with 11. On the other side for the Spartans is Ruby James with 4. As trying to drive through the lane there was James. And she gets hammered as she goes up. And I think is that going to go against Pease?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll go against Pease. That'll be her first, team first here. 17-20 left second half. Members, folks, stay with us at the end of the game here. We'll hear from a couple of our sponsors, and then we'll come back with our 3 stars of the game. And at the line, going to shoot those two is Ruby James. And she misses the first.
Ellie did have that block. Just brought her hands down a little bit too far, made contact.
And James up off the front iron, down with the board, as are the Spartans. And it's Murado. Murado for a deep 3, and she hits that to get things started for her night. So Ruby James turns 2 misses into 3 points. And now the Rails need to go back to work. This is Walker. Walker with 3 fouls in the early going, sat a majority of that first half. And Carlson can't get going, catches a trip, and that's going to go off the hands on the out of bounds as Walker tried to move around of Leask. Evans gives this to Walker, or pardon me, to Carlson. Carlson looking for somewhere to go inside from Evans to Walker. Walker pushes it back outside. Nice little floater by Whitty, and Whitty gets that to fall. So Whitty just doubled up her point total for the night as the Rails come to go to work. Driving down is Johnson. Johnson gets deep in the hole, now gives this off to James. James up for 2. So Ruby James trying to come out and do her thing.
Coming out in a little zone action here.
So Evans down into the corner to Pease. Pease pushes it back to Carlson. Carlson far side to Whitty. Whitty going to drive towards the paint now. Carlson, 3, bingo. So that's that 3-pointer we talked about. I got to say one thing totally off topic, but on topic, if it makes sense. As you can see the screen in front of us down here, as we're watching, that ball's going to go far side. Murado able to hold it. I tell you, this new sanded floor looks amazing on the broadcast with that two-tone brown.
It does.
I was worried it was going to be too shiny for the broadcast, for the camera, but it looks really good.
I think initially, probably during the volleyball season, it definitely looked like that. So it's lost a little bit of it.
Lost a little of the luster. Yeah, I tell you what, I think it looks good. I love that natural look.
Anything is better than golden oak.
80s
golden oak.
You mean 70s golden oak? That had like 97 layers on it.
I only knew the 80s.
Yeah. Carlson on a big interception there. Gives that up off to Walker, and Walker for 2. So Walker is starting out again, again, she sat for a majority of the first. Driving inside is Leask. Now inside, this is James. James turns, try to go to, and goes far side Murado. Murado was going to pop the 3, but tried to bait Carlson into it, and Carlson said no doing. Murado tosses it back out to James, or pardon me, that's not James, that's Johnson. Johnson gives this one off to Leask. Can't hang on to it, and here comes Carlson and the rails. This is Walker. Walker a little deep, but still gets it to fall.
Good find by Chloe.
So not only can Carlson score, but she likes to put the assists up as well. Getting ready to come back is Hawson, Goranson, Walker, and as well as Wendt. So
quartet.
The quartet, yes. Program looks strong. You know, the boys and the girls programs right now from the youth coming up, I tell you, it's gonna be a nice time. Even Coach Lipinski, you know, you look at the middle school teams right now, and they're out there winning tournaments over the weekends against pretty stiff competition and stuff like that, and doing their thing. And yes, folks, we know that we lost a battery with you, but we'll be all right. We'll tell you what's going on as Ada gets that fixed for us. Walker. Austin gets it far left side. Now this is Goranson. Walker pushes it inside, and that is going to be up off the glass for Wendt, but that's going to go out of bounds and go with the way of the white. Wire down. And we're getting it there. She's almost got it fixed for you, folks. It's in. It's in. Relax. Give it a second. It'll pop up. We got it. We're good. Ada was really trying to get that fixed for you. She's like, get that battery in there. And Marat gets that kicks that out to Johnson. Johnson goes back to the line. Now to Sibiet. That one was a long try there for McMinn-Ventil. First action of the game. This is Walker for a nice little floater. Gets that to fall. And when I say Walker, that's Hadley.
No one stops you. Take it to the basket.
Absolutely. Even I can do that. Another take there and a turnover.
I'd like to see that.
Dude, I played basketball for a couple years. Want me to tell you that story? I played hockey.
Well, so did I.
But in high school, but in middle school, I was 6'4" by 7th grade. And so the basketball coach came to me and said, and asked me to play. And at that time, youth sports, I could do both. They didn't charge me. All they wanted me to do, because I was a foot taller than everybody, was on that defensive side, stand there with my hands up, whatever side of the ball was on. And on the offensive side, count to 3, get out. Throw to 3, get out. Count to 3, get out. We won city champion 2 years in a row, and I'm not going to say it was totally because of me, but it was probably because of me. Timeout taken by Superior. Now you know my basketball story. You know, it was good times. Chad Latvella and Chester and Mike Barden-Pratt and, you know, all these guys that I grew up playing sports with. You know, I got to play a couple years of basketball with guys that didn't play the other sports I played. So it was pretty cool. And, I mean, who could say they got to play hockey and basketball and made it work?
I did that 1 year, I think, 4th grade. That was a little bit of chaos doing 2 sports at once.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can understand that. You know, luckily, unlike it is now, and I'm a little bit older than you. I don't know that I'm a ton older than you, but I think I'm a little bit older. But most of it was park board based. It wasn't youth sports like it is now.
Right.
So we had maybe a game, maybe 2 a week, because they always spread it out, and you know, it just worked out. Shout out to Logan Park in Northeast Minneapolis, over by the Moose on Monroe, in case anybody's listening. Marat going to move left side. Now let's get off of history. Marat drives the lane, tries to go up, but getting there and going to call that from way out. Not his to call, but he can do it. As Coach Solberg, official himself, trying to have that conversation with the official about that call. But that's going to go against Hadley. That'll be her first, team's fourth. And at the line is Marat. She'll hit the first.
We have LEPs, Hadley, Reese, Jenna, and Ruby on the floor.
And Marat hits both, so she's got she's got 5 of the 13 that the Superior Spartans have.
Looks like a 1-2-2 kind of a zone.
That one's going to get up and away from the strong arm of Pease. She's strong. She's so strong.
Yes.
And coming down the floor is Johnson. Johnson going to give this off. Now into the right side. Marat going to now pull it down, drive the lane. Drive the end line. Can't get it to go, but down with the board was Hawson. Hawson's going to push it off to Walker. That's Hadley. Hadley into the corner. Goranson off to Pease. Pease kind of stuck, looking for somewhere to go. Goes far side. Hawson. And going to take it.
Good attack by Ruby.
So Hawson goes to drive. That Avery Johnson called for the foul on that. That'll be her first. Team's first here in the second half. And Hawson can't get the first one to fall. Hawson with 5 points in the first half. And out shooting on the 1-and-1, or on the 2 shot. I was thinking it was a 1-and-1, but it was not. She hits the second. And into the game, Hawson will take a seat, and Evans back in.
Also have a Peyton Walters sighting. 24.
Nothing wrong with that. Far side, Morano. Carlson there. Almost got a hand on that one. And driving up and around is Jordan Eastman for Superior.
Nice shot.
That was McMinn Ventil. Her first points. McMinn Ventil.
Wow.
That is a mouthful. That's a sports name, though. McMinn Ventil. Big job there by Morano. And that's going to go deep down. McMahon Ventil going to dish this off to Johnson. What's that?
That definitely seems like a football name.
Absolutely. Football or a wrestling type name. McMinn Ventil. And James can't get that to fall, but Evans down with the board, and she'll push it up to Carlson. Carlson left side. Now going to go around McMahon James, but to the far side. This is going to be pushed off. As
there we go, Anna.
Walters pushes it off to Evans, and Evans for 2. So Evans adding to her point total for the night. 11:30 left here for second half.
Like to see a little bit more crisper, moving the ball, faster passing.
Yeah.
Get the ball up the court. When they're in their, half-court offense, move the ball, cut. Makes a difference.
It does. So Peyton Walker with another 2, and now has doubled her score equaled her score from the first half. Morano turns this off. Gives it off to James. James trying to get out the board, and does. So James, a junior, one of only 2 on the team, and kind of been saying her name a lot in the end of the first half and here in the second. Walters almost has that taken, and as Simeon gets a hand in there on that intended pass for Walker. And we'll have a swap out. Morado, Johnson, and Ruby James out. In is going to be number 13. Well, no, she was already in.
Chloe hits the 3.
Carlson for 3. That's 3 threes. That's almost like playing 3 777s. So driving to that right side, Leask now going to give it off. Simeon gives that back. Now trying to turn and go is going to be McMinn-Ventil. Can't get it to happen, but Simeon back down with the board and gets to put it up, and Simeon will be on the board. 2 points for Simeon, 58-19 your score. Comes left side to Carlson. Carlson looking, tries to take the jump stop and get it to fall, and she does. So Simeon now, the point guard, bringing it up for the Spartans. Now pushes left side. Now going to give this off to number 3. This is Tenley Lawton. Lawton gives that off to McMinn-Ventil. Inside to Simeon.
I think that was a little bit of a moving screen.
You think so? Lease can't get it to fall, but driving back in, it was Auberg, and she's going to draw the foul. So Hadley Auberg will draw the foul and go to line and try a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
That was on Walker.
Which Walker?
The elder.
The elder statesperson. So that'll be 3 on Walker. That's right, because we got the other one changed. And a host. And Auberg hits that 3. Dahlstrom into the game now with Walker and Pease and Went, and also in with Gillis. That's your 5 on the floor. Nice drive there. Good job by Walker to get the hands up. Went with the ball. Went trying to find somewhere to go, and they're going to call a foul and having it go the other way. White 34, that's going to go against Auberg. That'll be Auberg's first, and Went will bring it into Walker. Walker will bring it up. Starts left, now moves right side. Now back to the left side to Went. Went looking for help, gives it off to back to Walker. Walker down low. Dahlstrom gives it off. Nice bounce pass inside to Pease, pushes it back to Went. Went for 2. Off the back iron, can't get it to fall, but Walker right there gets that one to go on the board.
Rebound, good attack.
So Walker, nice job there on getting the passes and then moving down in that low post to get those boards. And looking for somewhere to go here with the Spartans was Lawton. Lawton now does give it off. This is McMinn-Ventil. Auberg can't get that to fall, and into the waiting hands of Went. Now Walker. That's Hadley for the distinction. Takes it, now pushes right side. Went. Inside, Pease drives the paint. It's bottled up and tried to get it back outside, but Murat was right there. Good take there by Pease on the interception, but coming up with it was Went. Now she'll slow down and get the set. Walker, left side, goes back to Went. Went turns and goes, gets it. Into the corner for Pease. Pease off to the hard corner. This is Gillis for 3. Can't get that to fall. But right there is Went for the board. Just a little too hard. 3 black jerseys. Dahlstrom tried to put it back up and draws the foul. So Eliana will be there and will go to the line. And that foul was called on Lesk. Shiminy criminy. That's her 3rd. And Eliana hits the first.
Eliana and Ariel in there, they better be rebounding the ball.
You think? Can't get that to fall. Gillis gets it and going to try to save it back in, but into the waiting hands of Lesk. And on the foul, or on the drive, Lawton and Walker will be called for that. Not Peyton. She's already got 3. So that'll be Walker's second. And going to the line to shoot is going to be Tenley Lawton. Lawton hits the first. 6:32 left here. Again, folks, we'll take a break at the end of the game, and we'll come back. We'll have our 3 stars of the game. So stay with us. And misses on that second is Lawton. Rails down with the ball. Driving back into the offensive side. The only thing I wish they would have done for the floor is I wish they would have put the logo this way, towards the benches.
Yeah, I mean,
For a
regardless of
broadcasting point, that would have been a really cool deal.
It's true.
You know, it's always about the
Ed.
Rails TV, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's always about Ted.
No, Rails TV, that's totally different. It's about these kids. So there's was a potential turnover, but he got a kick ball. And Gorson will bring it in. This is Went. Went now. Good save there by Gorson. Walker. Walker
Moving
comes
the ball,
left,
ladies.
moves
Let's
it
go.
back. Gorson, 3. Bingo.
Louise Goranson for 3.
Over her career, she's going to put up some points.
Yeah.
Keep shooting like that.
So Goranson adds to her total. And getting ready to come back in is Hawson for the Rails, as well as Walters. That's up off the glass. Can't get it to fall. Now coming back the other way is Went. Went comes to the left side, looking for help, gives it off to Walker. Walker, hard pass down to the far right corner to Goranson. Goranson gets corner quick, and that's going to go off the hands of Gillis as it goes out of bounds. And the big switch will come in, as well as Ruby James will come in back for the Spartans. And taking a seat for the Spartans is going to be number 34, Hadley Alberg.
In for Proctor, you have Ruby Hassan and Peyton Walters.
Coming near side. Big shot there taken by Lease. Can't get it to fall. Down with the board is Went. Went gets trapped, but gets a little help from I almost said Lawson. Hawson. Hawson Pepper Incorporated. Hopefully,
you're dating yourself.
Hopefully somebody gets that reference besides us.
Oh, good.
Up off the glass. Great job there by Went to go get that battled board. Hawson hits the 3. Gets the bingo on the board. So Hawson doing the same thing and doubling up her points from the first. Big shot, big 3 there by Murado. Nice shot.
Timeout Superior.
Timeout taken by Superior. We'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll be back right after this.
Awesome. We have support, we have resources, we will help you do those things. If you want to join a trade, we have resources, we have those connections and networking opportunities for you. And so it really helps all students figure out what they want to do and then prepare them.
And back here at the rail yard, your score 69-26. Rails lead Superior here with 3:45 left. Goranson moves right side, now dribbles through the legs, now push back right again. And she's going to have a foul call, or she's going to get fouled. That'll be Lawton. That'll be her first, team 4th. Not a real heavy foul game tonight. Goranson pushes it over to Walker. Walker looking deep corner. Hawson with a one-handed pass try, but Murado getting a hand in there and getting the steal. Getting ready to come in for the Spartans is Milroy and one other. Here's Walker. Walker gets deep but gets the ball to fall. So Johnson to bring it up the floor for the Spartans. Moves right now back to the left side. She's got Murado sitting in the left corner. Now pushes it back. Lawton for 3. Can't get it to fall as it's short. And down with the board is Hawson. Hawson drives in right side. Checks front back. Looking for that rear take. Now push to the left side. Back up top. Hawson drives to the stripe. And going to get fouled. And that didn't look good. It almost looked like she stepped wrong on that left ankle. And that would not have been good.
I think she kind of got stepped on the back of her foot as she was shooting.
So that foul is going to be called on number 22. That's Ruby James. That's her second, team's 5th. And at the stripe is Hawson to shoot 2, and she hits the first.
(72-26) running time.
And Hawson for the second. And off the front iron, almost down with the board there was Goranson, but coming down was Lawson, but she's being chased by Hawson. Hawson wasn't able to get there in time, and now the Spartans come in to attack. Good shot put up there by number 13, McMinn Van Til. McMinn Van Til, that is tough to say. Push dribble there by Milroy. And they're going to go down, and there's going to be a collision, and there's going to be a foul called. Or did it just go out? I think it just went out. Eliana Dahlstrom back in, and Goranson will take a seat. And the Spartans inbound at top of the key. Lawton gives this off. Into the game now again is Jordan Eastman, number 11. And that's your shot clock expiration. And that'll be a turnover for the Spartans as we are down under 1 minute here left from the rail yard. Walker inbounds it. Hawson will bring it up for the rails. Went top of the key back to Walker. Walker over to the right side to Hawson. Hawson gives this off to Went. Went's going to give it off to Walters. Walters comes back to the top of the key as the Rails are just kind of move that ball under 19 seconds here. They got to take a shot at one point or another as Hawson can't get that to fall, but that clock will set, and that's a long shot that's going to go up and off. Walker down with it, going to have to hit it, and that's not going to get there. And the Spartans will be down with it, and running the other way is Milroy. Milroy going to try to get there at the last second, lets it go, and that's going to be your final score. 72-26 is going to be your final here from the rail yard. Hey, stay with us. We're going to be right back here in just a moment. We'll hear from 2 of our sponsors, and we'll come back with our 3 stars of the game. We'll be back right after this. And back here at the rail yard, your final score, 72-26. Rails improved to 5-1 on the season, and the Spartans move to 2-3 as they get ready for that big push before winter break here in winter tournament. Where's our winter tournament this year?
Monticello.
Monticello. It'll be a nice trip for the girls to go down there, play those teams, get them ready to, continue to play this section play and really set themselves up, especially when we got teams like Rock Ridge and Duluth Marshall coming to town here in the next month.
Yeah.
And, those are 2 teams that we really got to kind of battle against. But let's get to our 3 stars so that we can get these kids home because they're looking at me like they're hungry and they're poor and they need money or something. I don't know what it totally is. But let's start with that number 3 star. We both talked about her all night. We talked about it during the breaks. But Superior's Ruby James, just an absolute gritty player. Started a little slow, but then got it going.
Exactly. I mean, gritty was the key word. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of points on the Superior side tonight, but she wasn't afraid to get in there and attack the basket. So, number 3.
Yeah, we talk about a lot here, whether any of sports. I mean, historically, Proctor is a lunchbox community. That get that lunchbox, go to work, put your nose down and go get it. And I can see Ruby James being that kind of a player that's going to go get dirty. I'm not going to put her in that realm of a Lily Smith or anything like that, because, I mean, that's a realm that you really got to grow to, right?
Yes.
But it's still that piece, right, that going and getting dirty. Like you said, not a lot of points, but, she was there. At that number 2 star, we both agree, and we kind of it's kind of cool that we can do it this way, but the Walker connection.
Walker. Yes.
Walker. I mean, just a great job by both of them. Peyton, foul trouble early, but, Hadley able to come in and do her thing.
Yeah, and that's, being Peyton being the junior, getting in foul trouble early, it really hurts us. I think of last year when you had Presley Tappaney. She was a force, but would just, end up getting in, foul trouble too early and get, pulled. So, but, just both of them, Hadley and Peyton, just being able to, manage the floor and, attack when they could.
And our number 1 star of the night is going to go to number 13, Reese Goranson. Finished the night with 14 points. Came in and kind of had a big evening once she was able to get on the floor.
Right. If Reese is relaxed and, still being aggressive, but relaxed and hitting her shots, she's going to be, by the time she's done here, she's going to be up on that board, I think. So
100%. And you kind of said that during the game as well. And if she stays like that, she's going to put up a lot of points. The thing that I do like to see on those stars is that something that we've lacked the last couple years a bit, which is some height and being able to have more than one person of height on the floor at the time. And especially when we're going to see a couple of teams this year still, even here at home, that we've battled against the last couple of years where they had 2 or 3 young ladies on the floor that kind of towered over the rest,
right,
except for one, and it was a really uneven balance, and we're going to maybe see some of that balance this year.
Well, in Section 7, basically the teams that we play, they don't have a whole lot of height. But you play 26 games, and you're playing 3 or 4 that might have close to a 6-footer.
Yeah.
So it becomes a guard game a lot. But mixing in those taller post type girls would be good for the down the stretch here.
Absolutely. So there's your 3 stars of the game. We want to make sure, again, real quick, we thank our sponsors, because without our sponsors, we're not here. The Reed Foundation, the Rails Endowment for Academic, Art, and Athletic Development, Irving Community Club Polling for Kids, Tamarack Building Supplies up on Highway 53 in Hermantown, Heritage Window and Door, Superior, Wisconsin, Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, Stream Dudes for all your streaming needs, StreamDudes.com, Great Lakes Office Solutions, the Rob and Barb Shaler Charitable Foundation, one of our newest sponsor, Nemaji Golf Course, and Audiology Concepts with 6 locations, Duluth, Grand Rapids, Forest Lake, Cambridge, Edina, Burnsville, and of course the Proctor Connection, Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop, Main Street Proctor, as well as Troy Service Center, Main Street Proctor. Make sure you get an opportunity, if you can, visit our sponsors, because again, without their support, we're not here. But more importantly, without our students, we are definitely not here, because it could just be Kyle and I just standing here talking to ourselves or just to each other, and nobody would want to hear it anyway. So thank you to our director-producer this evening, Carter Ringo. On our camera was Ada Arpke, and the scoreboard technician tonight was Madison Nunn. And also a huge shout-out to the sole survivor, the sole worker of our middle school choir concert tonight, Michelle Van Ert, going over there doing her work, because we had this double piece today. We'll be back on the air again on Thursday, when we will be live from the turf, our turf building, turf indoor, I guess is what we call it, when we will have wrestling, our first wrestling meet of the year. And then we got a really, really busy schedule next week. We have high school band concert Monday. We have high school hockey, high school basketball, and high school or middle school band concert Tuesday. All 3 of them will be live here on Rails TV. We will take Wednesday off. We will have Thursday. We'll be live all day from Bayview Elementary. Oh, I forgot, this Friday, Pike Lake Elementary. And then we'll be live all day next Thursday from Bayview. And then we'll have boys basketball that night against Rock Ridge. And then Friday, we have something Friday. I can't remember what it is. There's some kind of a broadcast Friday. And then the cool part is we start winter break, and we're not back until the 6th of January.
Ooh, well, much needed rest.
Much needed rest. So huge thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our students. Thank you to you for coming on and adding some depth to this for the pieces that, I just don't bring, or I could, but maybe I'm telling the truth. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But on behalf of myself, our students, Kyle, our sponsors, want to say thank you for stopping by. Again, we'll be back live Thursday, live from the turf indoor when we'll have wrestling. We'll see you then. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.
Every day, our teachers, staff, and students work together, building knowledge, confidence, and character mile by mile. From our early learners to our graduates ready for the world ahead, we're fueling curiosity, connecting ideas, and driving innovation, all while